Hello everyone and welcome to day 77 of the 1000 days of Nocode challenge. Let's be honest, whenever we want to update so many records in our database, it's really hectic to change all the records one by one. And that's where bulk operations comes into picture. Instead of manually editing each of the records, we can do bulk operations directly from the database. And in today's video, I will show you how to run bulk operations directly from the database using backend workflows. Let's get started. To understand the bulk operation, let's say we want to understand what is the domain with which the user has registered on the platform. So for that, let's go to user data type and then create a new field called domain. And this is a text. Now we can go to each of this user, and this is Rich7. So I'll copy this, I'll go here, paste this, and I can do this for every user. But imagine doing it for 50, 60 users, or even worse, thousands of users, right? So what we can do is we can go to the backend workflow and create a new call, and we can name this as get domain, and we do not need to expose the workflow. We can say ignore privacy rules when running this workflow and add a parameter called user. The type would be user as well. Once we do this, we can go to data and make changes to thing, and the thing that we want to change here is the user itself. The field that we want to change here is domain. And how do we get the domain? We can use the user's email, and we can use the split functionality, split by. Text separator would be right, and we want the second item once it is split. Okay, we can also use last because we have just two items. I'll show you what this does. So basically we have mno@rite7.com. So when we use this functionality, it gives us two values. One is mno, which is before the symbol, and the second one is rite7.com, which is a second value or the last item here because we have just two items. Let's go back to this particular flow. And one last thing, that is click on more and again split by. This time the separator would be dot, and we want the first item in this case, right? So let's go back to understand what is this. So we use the second value, which is rite7.com, and this time we are using dot as a separator, thereby getting us two values, rite7 and com. We want to use rite7 as the value in this case, and that's why we have used the first item, right? So we have set the workflow. Now we can go to the data, we can go to all users. Once you're in the user tab, you can click on bulk, and it'll ask you which is the workflow that you want to run. And this is what we created just now. Keep in mind, you can run this workflow only when you are in the same data type, which is the parameter for the workflow that we are selecting. You can see none of the others can be run from here. It is only these two because both of it requires user as a parameter, right? Once you select it, click on run workflow, and in a matter of seconds, it's all done. And we can check the domain added. And we can see here, this is Rite7, this is Rite7, this is ABCD, this is Hotmail, this is Kaze, this is Cook, and so on and so forth. So we have got the domains for all the users in a matter of seconds using the bulk operation. Isn't this crazy? And there you go. Now you know how to run bulk operations in Bubble. Next time you want to do any operations on list of things from database, you can use bulk operation. And if somebody asks you, how do you run bulk operation in Bubble, do not forget to share this video with them. And for those of you who are watching the first video from our channel, do not forget to subscribe to our channel because we keep coming up with bit-sized informative videos. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.